What's up, everybody? Kelty Scare here, back from everybody with those 10s and 20 views. This is like take 6 or 7 on this video. But yes, the NFL season is done. Unfortunately, these clowns won it all in dominant fashion. So that's kind of the last insult I want to make about the Eagles for a while. They have a mid offense and an elite defense, and so do the Chiefs, except the Chiefs defense did not show up. Neither did Patrick Mahomes, so I do not want to hear Patrick Mahomes in that Tom Brady conversation, because even though Brady lost 2 Super Bowls, he did not look that bad. So, that being said, what we're going to do now? Well, first things, Thursday, Fridays, coming up, we'll have mock drafts for all 32 NFL teams. Sometimes it'll be on Tuesdays because, unfortunately, we are roughly 10.5 weeks out from the NFL draft. There's 32 teams. Even if I do 2 a week, I don't have enough weeks to do them all. Plus, I usually do multiple of the Carolina Panthers, so they'll bleed over on Tuesdays. Saturdays will still just be reactions. And so we'll ever so often have days like today where I'm going to go way more nerd and anime on you. So that is your warning. But yes, I was listening to Otaku Namas, which is the podcast done by NC Hammer 23, aka Nick, and Danny Mata. That's just Danny Mata. 2 nerds who are way above me in the nerd hierarchy, way above me, and I would love to work with them. I'm but an ant to them right now. But anyway, I was listening to them. They're talking about the One Piece and how it's going to be more condensed, streamlined, easier for people who do not feel like watching, the 1,122 episodes of One Piece and just want a more streamlined thing. They can do so. I was like, oh wow, I wonder how many other animes we can do this with. Then I remembered we did it with 2 before this, and they are Dragon Ball Z and Full Metal Alchemist, which is Dragon Ball Z Kai and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So it made me think, because I'm bored at work and that's all I can do, what other animes could use this treatment? So I got 4 for each treatment. And I'll explain what each treatment are as I get to them. First up, we're doing is the Dragon Ball Z Kai treatment, which basically is trimming the fat, getting rid of the fluff that's just really unneeded, because, we don't need 200, 300 episodes when you can tell a story in, half that. For example, Dragon Ball Z, and it hurts me every time I see this, initially aired April 26, 1989. I was born April 15th, 1988. I am old, yes. And it had 291 episodes in Japan and 276 episodes internationally. Which means, what were the 25 episodes that we did not get? But on the flip side, Kai, who came out in 2009, still makes me feel old, had 159 episodes in Japan and 167 episodes internationally. It got rid of all the filler. It shrank the fights. I do think some filler is good. Like there's filler in Dragon Ball Z where right before the Cell saga, that like I'll give you a week to train. I think it was by Cell. Was Gohan goes out trying to get like eggs, something, rescues a girl, and then ends up running to General Tao and his men are basically conning people, saying, "Oh, if you give us all your money and good, we'll let you into our shelter. It'll keep you free, safe from Cell." Gohan rolls up, it's like, yeah, no it won't, and it blows it up, and then it's like, wow, Gohan thinks that little himself, but shows off how powerful and kind Gohan is. Character development. Anyway, so yeah, what animes could I think you could trim the fat on, shrink the episodes, maybe update the graphics, would work better, and surprisingly not, 2 of them are on of the big 3 of the Shonen Jump. And while I was doing this, I found a list of 8 animes with the most filler. 3 of them are on this list. Like I didn't do Sailor Moon because I think they're trying to reduce Sailor Moon. I didn't do Card Capture because I think they redid Card Capture. Pokemon has no storyline. That's the issue with Pokemon. But yeah, we are starting off with Bleach, which I still have not looked up the official name of the current arc that's going on. I want to say it's like a 1,000-year blood war going on. But yeah, so Bleach has 336 episodes. That's how many episodes it is. And 163 of them are filler, which means zero meaning to the plot. You do not need these episodes. They don't do really anything for you. That is 45% of the story that's not needed. I'm not interested in watching this new series coming out because I couldn't finish the regular version of the show due to the fact that, hey, I got confused, and I'm a nerd who watches anime all the time and makes YouTube videos about them. And I was just looking at it going like, this hurts my brain. I give up on you. So yes, cut it down, streamline. I bet you could probably fix the animation to make it look more like the current series that's going on. And yeah, make it more rewatchable for people. That being said, moving on to our next one, and it is probably one of the best animes to come out in the early 2000s. That is Naruto. And technically Naruto Shippuden. Yeah, Naruto. Of the... Oh, it's wrong one. That's Shippuden. Where's Naruto?
A few moments later.
There we go. I had to put up a few moments later. Of the 222 episodes that were in the original Naruto, 91 episodes were filler. That's 41%. Nearly half the regular Naruto run is filler. What's worse, Shippuden's just as bad with 40% of it. 188 episodes were filler of the 500 episodes, which means 293 episodes of the 720 episode saga that is Naruto Shippuden. Yeah, nothing. Pure garbage. Does not help the story. Doesn't fill it. And so it's like, hey, you have Boruto going on. Something I also learned from Otaku Anonymous. They're putting out filler in their own right. In fact, Boruto is on this list. 124 episodes are filler of a 293. So what this does, you redo Naruto, update the graphics so it fits closer to what Boruto is putting out, and trim the fat. I bet you they don't even need to kill out the shrink the fight scenes like Dragon Ball Z. Just shrink the filler, cut the fat, make it a streamlined story, and it'll give the creator more time to write Boruto, which will give you more time to animate it. Problem solves on both of those. Number 3 is actually an anime that does not have a ton of filler, only 20%. Still seems like a lot when compared to the other ones. It is Inuyasha. 1, Inuyasha was a great anime that my coworker, who's a nerd, who's much younger than me, never even heard of. 2, it's a good flip on the isekai. It's the girl who gets sent to the other dimension, finds the attractive animal person, and they fall in love. It has a great story, but it's 167 episodes that feels like it goes on for eternity. Doesn't help that they stopped the show, let the guy finish the manga, and then they're like, oh, the final arc didn't even have the same voice actors. It's like, no, redo it. Fix the graphics, because it is an older anime. You do need to fix the animation and graphics on this one. And just do one giant filler. You probably could get it done in, I don't know, 100 episodes, 110 would be great. And also, like I said, this story would do so much better now. Much like Spice and Wolf is coming back, Inuyasha should come back with similar graphics. And last, and certainly not least, which is on this list of animes with the most filler at number 6. God, it is Detective Conan, aka Case Closed. 1, this is a massive anime in Japan, so if this ever reaches anybody in Japan and they translate it, this is not an insult on Case Closed. I love it. Eventually the dub stops, which will be a part of a different video. But yes, of the current, what's this one? 1,123 plus is what the number is. Allegedly, according to this list, 113 episodes are filler. It's like this list has 1,026 episodes and 447 are filler. The episodes have been omitted from the list below because they do not contain any significant plot point or relevance to the series as a whole. That's what it popped up on my Google search. Yes, it's been going on so long. The animation of the show has gotten better. I definitely think if you streamlined it, cut it down, made it an actual story where he ages. That's an issue I have with a lot of anime, especially ones like this, where it's like, I'm trapped in the child of a kid. I've had episodes that, like, I have solved easily 1,000 different cases. And I'm still the same size. It's like, dude, I get it. That's the whole point of the show. You're trapped in a kid's body. But once you start solving enough mysteries, you should start aging. This is a Pokemon issue. Same time. Also, I think if you were to redo it, fix the art style, take away some of the creepier elements of the show, to be honest, there are some weird points of the show, redubbed it, I think it would be, again, a massive success in the United States. That is my 4 animes I definitely think they need the Dragon Ball Z Kai treatment. Naruto, Bleach, Inuyasha, and Case Close. Now, moving on to the flip side. Animes that need the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood storyline, treatment, which is more keep it closer to the actual source material or manga. Granted, I'm not saying Full Metal Alchemist is bad. There's parts of Full Metal Alchemist I've really enjoyed more than Brotherhood. Honestly, once you get up to, I don't know, Nina, finish everything that has with Nina, switch over to Brotherhood, I think you'd be better off. I definitely think, because Full Metal Alchemist has a darker tone than Brotherhood, but Brotherhood's back half of the show definitely is way better. So that being said, animes that need to fix their, reboot it, and follow the more source material more correctly. Which is hilarious because while doing research, I made my list to start off with. That was just trying to find subtle information. A good chunk of the stuff ended up on 2 different lists that I found. One is What Mojo's top 10 terrible anime adaptations of great mangas. Which hilariously, Black Clover is also on that list, which I thought Black Clover was amazing. But yeah, 2 of them ended up on this list. And I'll tell you what they are and where they fell in that. And the other list is 10 animes that completely ignored the manga plot. Which ironically has Full Metal Alchemist, which is why they did Brotherhood, and Bleach. And Fruit Basket, which Fruit Basket also got remade. So Bleach was number 1 on that list. But yeah, starting off with Dead Man Wonderland, which ended up as number... Come on, scroll up. 8 on CRB's list, which will be in the description, and number 5 on Dead Man's Wonderland list. Yeah, Dead Man Wonderland is, the basic plot is basically a massive earthquake destroyed most of Japan. It happens. 10 years later, a seemingly annoying 9th grader in the whatever pretext, in the middle of the day, survives an earthquake and has no memory. Unfortunately, he was also then trained for his whole class being eliminated permanently. The deep sleep. And it was sent to a prison for, super deranged people. Sentenced to at Dead Man's Wonderland, a prison that doubles as a theme park and run by a warden who... a theme park, yeah. Every prisoner is given a poison that they need to drink this, I don't know, certain chemical liquid to stay alive. And it's basically like, why was I framed? What's going on here? How is this all connected? How is this place running? It is a really cool looking anime. It's a really cool done anime. The anime goes off the rails. It only takes like 5% of like 5 volumes of the source material, where it has like 13, and the AI overview is basically says the story covers the anime roughly a third of the manga story. The anime may alter certain characters' backstories and motivations compared to the manga. Why? That's like a big thing, and it's like, oh, major plot point. Some critical plot twists and revelations from the later manga chapters are missing from the anime. So they basically went, okay, cool. I saw a post on one of the things. It was like, yeah, season 1, close. Season 2, did not care. It's like, they kind of was like, oh, cool. Yeah, no, not going on. So Dead Man Wonderland, great animation, cool concept. Just decided not to care what the guy had to say. Coming in next, which is also on CRB's list, is one of my favorite animes of all time. And it was on my anime of the month, which you can go check out first Tuesday of every month. There's a playlist. Is Soul Eater. Love the concept of the show. Hey, you got Meisters, or people who can wield weapons. Those weapons are also people who can turn into weapons. The whole premise of the show was you kind of can't do it alone. The Meisters are the stronger the Meister is, the stronger the weapon is, because their souls resonate together. So it's like, hey, look, we need togetherness to stop madness. And how's the big ending fight go? Maka souls them. Well, in like a knocked out tranced. It's like you threw away the whole plot of the show. Also, does not tell you anything that happens with like storylines that it sets up. So yes, I would love for Soul Eater Brotherhood, especially since Fire Force is more or less a prequel to this. So it's like build off the back that Fire Force is actively going on and getting good traction, and like make everything happen. It's like, yeah, Fire Force acts as a prequel to taking place in this same world, and the Fire Force sets the stage for what happens in Soul Eater. So use Fire Force to help relaunch Soul Eater, and I'll be extremely happy. Next on the list, which does come, it pops up on both. Number 7 on What Mojo's terrible anime adaptations, and number 9 on CRB's 10 animes that completely ignore the manga plot. It's Rosary and a Vampire. I watched it. I liked it. And then I read the manga because I was like, oh, cool, really cool story. Let's check out the manga. There should be a lot deeper. And holy crap, did they just say, you know what? Look at this great story. I hate it. And just threw the thing out the window and said, let's make it a standard harem anime instead of what it should have been, which is, hey, main male character, let me make sure I get the plot right. Average teen who's unable to get into any local high schools due to his poor grades. As a last-ditch effort in securing his education, his parents enroll him into a private school called Yokai Academy. Now, everyone else knows Yokai is just demons. For some reason, his parents didn't, which he discovers a boarding school for monsters. And then it comes into your standard hammer animation. Like, oh, normal human gets all the chicks. Why? We don't know. It's like, but in the manga, you know, the one girl who constantly, like, especially likes his taste of his blood, slowly helps turn him basically into a vampire and turns him into a more or less badass by the end of it. It's just like, oh, wait a second. You're telling me that this is just all the girls must protect me to, you know what, I'll just protect my own self, is a great series. So please, bring that back and actually stick to the goddamn manga. And last, but certainly not least, I gotta make sure I get to the right page, is Sword Art Online. One, love Sword Art Online. It was great, but they left the whole premise that made the show so great too quickly. The Anchor arc, which is the basic thing of like, hey, look, there's this brand new video game system where you can put on a VR headset, you lie down in your bed, and you're full dive, meaning your whole subconscious is in this video game. Yeah, the creator made it so you guys can't leave, and if you get unalived in the game, you're unalived in real life. Which you're like, holy crap, that's way different than Dot Hack Sign, which was a character got trapped into the video game. That's way different than Log Horizon, which is another great anime, where it's like, oh, we're just teleported into a game. We have all the same game powers, but we're now living in this world, and the world's slowly becoming less and less a video game. No, this is, oh, you're in a video game. All the video game mechanics exist. I'm just holding you hostage. They left that arc 14 episodes in a 26 episode season. It currently has 96 total episodes for Sword Art Online and another 24 Gun Gale Online. So you're telling me not even a tenth, like 20% of the show, which basically revolves around I was trapped inside a video game where I had to slowly fight my way up each and every level to escape this game. A feat that took them 3 years and would have taken them longer if the main character did not figure out, oh, you're the creator. If I fight you now and win, we get to go home and win. So it's like, why did you abandon such a cool premise so quickly? Now, this is while the manga adaptation of AO, there's like source materials like show them grinding, show a reason why the two main characters fell in love. That kind of also felt rushed. There's like so much more you could have done with a story like that in an anime form, like cool monsters, cool different like elements, but they decided to just go 14 episodes of a 26 episode long season, cool, done. And it's like then they quickly abandoned the whole like psychological trauma that each person had to do because it's like, oh, half you guys are trapped into a different game. Hey, you go back into this similar game, but this one's not life threatening. Like, you just want them in a video game fighting things. Leave them in the first arc. But that is it. That is all I have. Tell me, what do you guys think? Is there another show that you want to get, I don't know, shrunken down and more focused, or better adaptation of the manga? Click here for my last video. Yes, I need to start doing this because I want more views. Also, right around here-ish should be my link to my game channel where it shows off my Twitch streams. I just reboot those up. Those are on the same date, or more same day thing. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. I'm not sure yet. That's it. That's all I have. I'll see weird people later.